Good day, brothers and sisters. Another day to spend with the Lord. Come, let us listen and reflect on His Word.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Saint Luke. There was a scholar of the law who stood up to test Jesus and said, "Teacher, what must I do to inherit eternal life?" Jesus said to him, "What is written in the law? How do you read it?" He said in reply, "You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your being, with all your strength, and with all your mind, and your neighbor as yourself." He replied to him, "You have answered correctly. Do this and you will live." But because he wished to justify himself, he said to Jesus, "And who is my neighbor?" Jesus replied, "A man fell victim to robbers as he went down from Jerusalem to Jericho. They stripped and beat him and went off, leaving him half dead. A priest happened to be going down that road, but when he saw him, he passed by on the opposite side. Likewise, the Levite came to the place, and when he saw him, he passed by on the opposite side. But a Samaritan traveler who came upon him was moved with compassion at the sight. He approached the victim, poured oil and wine over his wounds, and bandaged them. Then he lifted him up on his own animal, took him to an inn, and cared for him. The next day he took out 2 silver coins and gave them to the innkeeper with the instruction, 'Take care of him. If you spend more than what I have given you, I shall repay you on my way back.' Which of these 3 in your opinion was neighbor to the robber's victim?" He answered, "The one who treated him with mercy." Jesus said to him, "Go and do likewise." The Gospel of the Lord.
Go and do likewise. The parable of the Good Samaritan is Jesus' answer to the question of a scholar of the law who asks what to do in order to enter eternal life. Jesus quotes Deuteronomy chapter 6 verses 4 to 6 and Leviticus chapter 19 verse 18, which talk about love of God and love of neighbor. Jesus' initial answer should have been sufficient, but since the scholar wants to hear more and wants Jesus' own definition of one's neighbor, Jesus tells the parable, which is rather long. The scholar maintains his attention. He does not leave Jesus in the middle of the story. He listens up to the end. The story portrays in detailed way how to love God. It must be with all your heart, with all your being, which is the soul, with all your strength, and with all your mind. That should also be applied to one's neighbor. The Good Samaritan has demonstrated his love when he shows compassion to the victim. He has love with all his being when he initially planned how to help the victim. He has love with all his strength when he lifted up the victim to his animal. He has love with all his mind when he brought the victim to an inn and assured the innkeeper to pay him back for taking care of him. In other words, the Good Samaritan has shown his love by treating the victim with mercy up to the finish. Religion is all about showing active mercy.